Ez a cucc itt mire jó? Ez mire jó itt, te? Ne szívas! A Spiral Abyss, na nézzük. Teleport waypoint unlocked. Great underground corridor which leads. Nem tudom olvasni. Spiral Abyss. És felnyitotta nekünk Venti. Köszönjük szépen.
Mondstadt is a romantic city without the reign of a king. And its citizens enjoy the most freedom amongst the 7 nations. I hope the dragon that once protected Mondstadt will soon be free too. No one should have deceived him by telling him that Mondstadt betrayed him. And no one should have told him that it was his eternal duty to protect the city.
Okay. Nézzük. Próbáljuk meg. Nézzük mi ez.
Look! There are 2 shiny spots on Dvalin's back! They appear to be poisonous blood clots that have coagulated on his wounds. The Abyss Order must have cursed the wounds. That's what's corrupting Dvalin's mind.
Oh, super.
To save Dvalin, we're going to have to get rid of those blood clots. Aim for those blood clots.
Basszus kulcs már. Ennyire mozog, akkor nem tudom megmenteni őt. Gyerünk, sorossuk szét!
Dvalin is getting away, but I'm familiar with his tactics. Just hold on a bit longer.
Menjünk már közelebb a sárkányhoz. Nem tudom kiírni. Mik ezek a nagyon...
I'll extract and condense the pure animal from the shots being fired. Shattering them will create acceleration currents. I can't control where they will appear, so keep your eyes peeled.
Na Istenem. Jaj, hát megvan! Így tudom utolérni, oh. Jó, megvan, hogy hogyan kell, jó, oké. Nyugi, Dvalin, mindjárt megmentelek, vagy nem tudom, mit csinálok veled. Ó, rohagy meg már. Na, aha. Aj, nem áll. Meghalt.
I'm sorry this is hurting you.
Nem gondolt volna pedig. Hát igen, bocsáss meg, hogy bántalmazunk téged, de hát... Csak kell ahhoz, hogy megmentsünk, vagy nem tudom. Kót, vagy mit csinált? Ujjúj. Az csúnyán néz ki. Ujjúj. Ez se néz ki szebben.
Now we can fight Dvalin on equal grounds. The grandest bard is here to help. But first, let me be clear. Even after hundreds of years without use, Dvalin's teeth and claws are still very dangerous. Now is our chance. Aim for the tainted blood clot on his neck. No one escapes my sights. Hey, get him!
Nem tudom, melyiket kéne használnom.
How rude!
Ajaj, ajaj.
This is Dvalin's ace in the hole. Celestinum finale termini.
Jó, engem ez nem érdekel.
Dragon has strange taste when it comes to naming things.
Mert itt minket az egy dolog, hogy
Seriously?
Well,
ezt a sárkányt most
let's ride
legyőzzük.
the wind currents and stay away from the breaking platforms. The energy flooding out from the...
Ajaj, most megint meg.
Now is our chance. Aim for the tainted blood clot on his neck. Yeah. Yeah.
Aj, basszus kód.
Yeah.
Már megint
Our
meg.
chance. Aim for the tainted blood clot on his neck.
Utolsó. A kód. Nem biztos, hogy nem halt meg.
Place is gonna collapse.
Ajaj. Ajaj. Most meg mi halunk meg. Fenti. Vali megmentett minket, jó van.
It's been a while since we flew like this together. How, Dvalin?
Just now. Why? Why did you not ask me to protect you like the last time?
Me not wanting you to listen to the Abyssal doesn't mean that you have to listen to me. Freedom, if demanded of you by an Archon, is really no freedom at all.
Super.
The power of the Animo Archon. But
Animo.
I am no longer part of the Four Winds.
Even if that's so, you still protected us regardless. Now spread your wings of freedom and go with my blessing.
Hát jó.
And so, the storm terror threat was quelled.
Oké.
Clarified the misunderstanding to the citizens of Mondstadt, and let them know that they are safe. To them, it seems storm terror attacked Mondstadt out of nowhere, and then vanished just as quickly. They must be finding the whole ordeal very confusing.
However, winds change their course. Someday, they will blow towards a brighter future.
Ennyi. Challenge completed. Egy nap múlva.
You guys are back! The honorary knight returns triumphant.
Let's go.
We're back from tussling with Dvalin.
You just returned yesterday, right? Jean got back first, and she told us all about your heroic deeds.
I wonder if I'll ever get an opportunity like that.
That doesn't come into it. You guys deserve all the credit for how you resolved this crisis. When I brought you into the city that day, I was just doing my duty as an outrider.
You're welcome.
Super.
But have you been waiting for us here this whole time?
Of course not. Just because I'm not out on the front line doesn't mean I don't have work to do. In fact, I'm dealing with the aftermath of the crisis as we speak.
Aftermath? Here? What happened in Mondstadt?
While
Yeah.
Master Jean was away, the monsters lurking nearby made a coordinated attack on the city.
Aye, aye.
Fortunately, we weren't completely taken by surprise. I detected the Hilly Churls were moving closer to the city a while back.
Oh, yeah! Paimon remembers. When we first met, you were clearing out one of their camps.
Exactly. And if we hadn't started making preparations back then, Mondstadt would be in much greater danger by now. Me too. But I have a strange feeling that we're not out of the woods yet. Hilly Churls aren't usually capable of coordinating like this. Our best guess is that the Abyss Order is behind it.
They've taken over the Hilly Churls. Good thing we saved Dvalin, or they might have taken him too.
That's right. And since I'm the outrider, it's up to me to keep eyes on the Abyss Order from now on. I'm sorry. You should be celebrating your victory, not listening to all this somber talk. I promised to take you out for some sticky honey roast, didn't I? Before everyone got caught up in the storm terror crisis. There's no time like the present, right? You guys hungry?
You bet!
Yes.
You may have forgotten till just now, but it's been on Paimon's mind this whole time.
Awesome,
Let's go.
Let's go. It's been way too long since I last ate a sticky honey roast myself. Wait for me at Good Hunter. I'll be right there. I just have to clean up here real quick.
Oh, super.
Ta-da! Barbara's here. Leave the healing to me. I will not disappoint you.
Ja, csak így megkapjuk Barbarát. Nincs csillagos karakter.
Ta-da! Barbara! Hello, nice to meet you. Everything's ready. Hello.
What timing? Not only was Jean away right when the Hilly Trolls attacked, but Kaya had disappeared too. Luckily, the knights on hand all did an admirable job, and we successfully defended the city. I guess Kaya must have had his reasons. I mean, it's not like he would have just sat the whole thing out at the cat's tail, right?
Jó. Még van valami. Wonders of World. Jó van.
Ad Astra Abyssosk. Welcome to the Adventurers Guild.
Let's go. Ez a szirussal fog
Here we
beszélni.
go. This is it.
Ez az.
Crisis, danger, the thrill of adventure. Adventurers Guild. Finally, our days of rescuing kittens and finding lost puppies are over. The age of adventure is upon us. Roll up, youngsters. Join the Adventurers Guild today. In this time of great upheaval, we must rally together, take on the dragon, and save our great city of Mondstadt.
Meg tudjuk menteni Mondstadtot.
What? The storm terror threat is resolved? I missed the acting clanmaster's speech?
Így van.
Storm Terror should have put up more of a fight. We didn't get to join in.
Nimrod.
Long live the heroes. Thank you. It's finally over. Many trade routes have closed due to the Storm Terror incident. We can cope for now without fresh fruit and vegetables. But if the wine supply dries up, we're all doomed. I cannot imagine a world without wine.
Bor nélkül nem,
I hope they get the trade routes back up and running soon.
nem hiszi el, hogy van egy világ. Most mindenki oda kell menni.
So Storm Terror's true identity is Dvalin, one of the four winds. We never should have forgotten his past sacrifice for Mondstadt. Every cloud has a silver lining. We're fortunate that our relationship with the Dragon of the East didn't sour past the point of no return. For that, we have you to thank. And Jean for her unfailing devotion. As long as we have the Knights of Favonius, peace and freedom will prevail in Mondstadt.
Szuper. Béke van Mondstadtben, nagyon jó. Kája, te meg mit keresel itt?
Greetings. May I take your order?
Why so
Rendelés.
cold? I've always thought that we enjoy quite the intimate friendship.
Mr.
So you do feel something for me. And people say my charm is fake. To
Come
bask
on.
in the presence of Mondstadt's new big hero is quite the morale boost. And that's coming from the knight.
Sweet talking, sugar-coated Captain Kaya.
Captain Kája.
Nonsense. I speak from the heart.
Na,
Just
mit
looking for a
keresel itt?
quiet spot to collect my thoughts.
Így csak itt csendes helyre
The
vágyik.
knights are working hard to clean up after the battle?
Thinking can be an arduous task, you know. Believe me, I'd much rather be taking out the trash.
So what you thinking about then?
The Abyss Order.
The
The
Abyss
dragon
Order.
wreaks havoc in Mondstadt, and the acting Grand Master leaves the city to combat the threat. Strategically, that's the perfect moment for the Abyss Order to make their move. If you were the Abyss Order, would you squander this golden opportunity by sending in nothing more than a few hilly churls? To get to the bottom of it, I decided to wait. So I waited and watched for their next move. Then came the day you made all hell break loose in Storm Terror's lair. Just as the hilly churls' cries sounded from the city gates. That same day, I saw shadowy figures lurking in the city itself.
Inside the city?
Well, all the other knights were outside, fighting the enemy. As you can imagine, that left the inside of the city completely unguarded.
Hát
Except
így
for
van.
me, of course. And so I approached the Abyss Order infiltrators for a bit of, let's call it fraternizing. Through various means, I managed to gather some rather interesting intel. The situation is this. The Abyss Order, they are united under a single leader.
The Abyss Order has a leader?
Yes,
Vezetője.
and it was this very leader who devised the plot to turn Dvalin into a weapon of war.
What exactly did you have to do to find this out?
Nem tudjuk.
Let's just say I'm blessed with certain linguistic powers. There's more. The Abyss Order has a name for this leader. They call him the Prince. Now, I'm sorry to cut this intelligence briefing short, but I do believe I spy Amber heading this way. I think she's still angry with me for my absence from the defense effort during the attack. I'd better slip away before she notices me.
Aha. Mit csináljunk?
One minute I see Kaya, the next he's slipped away. Clear sign of a guilty conscience. Are you sure? Because that sounds like exactly what he'd say to talk himself out of trouble.
Így van.
But let's forget about him. I worked super hard today, and my tummy's rumbling. Let's order. Hi, Sarah.
Na gyere.
One sticky honey roast, please.
Oké. Egy ilyen idét. Take a seat by Amber. Sit. Vigyázzunk egyetemben.
So, now the storm terror threat is behind us. What are your plans for the next step?
Paimon thinks it's time to leave Mondstadt and keep looking through the 7 nations until we find clues about her brother.
Huh, really? Oh, well, I guess this is goodbye for now.
I wish my family.
Hey, don't feel down. You'll always be a friend of the Knights of Avonius and our honorary knight. Wherever you may go and wherever the wind may blow. That's the spirit. Remember, Mondstadt will always welcome you.
Mindig üdvözöl engem, de jó.
Let's eat before it gets cold.
Kajáljunk. You enjoy the relaxing meal time.
That was good. Note to Paimon, Amber's recommendations are worth the wait.
Of course. Well, I don't trust myself in the kitchen. You can always trust me with the menu. Oh, I almost forgot to mention. Jean's waiting for you at the cathedral. It's something to do with the Holy Lyre de Himmel. You'd better head there now.
Valami történt ezzel a szent izéval? Ennyi volt. Meet Venti and Jean. Kerestek itt.
This is
Ciao.
Barbara, the deaconess of the church. She is here to retrieve the Holy Lyre de Himmel.
May the Animo Archon protect you. I'm not really in a position to speak compared to our acting Grand Master, but I still want to thank you all on behalf of all of Mondstadt for your assistance. Fortunately, everything was resolved peacefully. I can't imagine how an all-out war between the military and the dragon would have ended.
Now the Fatui have no choice but to keep their mouths shut. They must be annoyed that things didn't turn out as planned for them. This time, they even lost their best excuse to pressure the Knights of Favonius. Diplomatically speaking, they gained nothing, and on the contrary, simply proved just how vexatious they can be.
Sounds like quite the story. So, did you bring the Holy Lyre with you? We cannot ask you to keep defending the lyre forever. The Seneschal has been pressing me for a while now.
We, did bring it with us. It's just... it's a little...
Oh, don't worry. I'm not here to collect rent. The church has always received special funding.
Na, nagyon.
The Holy Lyre! Oh, Barbados! Even if I atone for these sins for the rest of my life, it would still not be enough.
Oh, give it here.
Úristen. Gyönyörű, Venti megjavítja. Venti teljesen megjavítja. Huh?
Let Paimon see!
No. I don't know how you managed to fix it, but you'll never touch the lyre again.
We, really should get going. That trick I used to repair the Holy Lyre. I mean, the magic I used isn't going to hold forever, you know.
What? You tone-deaf bard! Hey, don't go!
Nyomá. Venti. Uha, megtámadta. Ez az az izé, ez az unknown god. Nem? Megfagyott föl.
At last, Mondstadt's rodent ruler in the flesh.
La signor fair lady.
Scurrying through the streets looking for leftovers? Mondstadt calls this a god?
Resident rodent beats invasive vermin.
Don't you dare speak back to me, insolent bard.
Oha. Bajok lesznek itt.
Absentee Archon of Mondstadt. How impotent you've become.
That smirk you wear looks out of place. Did you steal it from your master's face?
Ez jó volt.
Should have held your tongue.
Venti.
This is a gnosis. Wouldn't be caught dead wearing this ugly thing in public.
Beauty is a waste when the beholder has no taste.
Venti!
Well, we have what we came here for. Come, before our dear Favonian friends arrive. Leave nothing for them to find.
Venti! Mit csináltatok Ventivel, rohadékok? After much time has passed. Idők után.
Honorary Knight, you're awake.
De jó nekünk, itt van Barbara.
I wouldn't say he's all right, exactly. I found you lying unconscious outside the cathedral and used my elemental powers to heal you. That bard awakened first, but strangely, my healing powers had almost no effect on him. This is the first time I've encountered such a patient. But he just said, it's completely normal, and then got up and left the cathedral.
He left? Already? Where'd he go?
The symbol of Mondstadt's hero. That's what he said. I wanted to stop him, but Jean, I mean, Master Jean, said to let him leave. How strange.
Paimon remembers Venti healing under that tree before. It's probably due to the connection between Windrise and the animal Archon. Master Jean has figured it out as well, but we can't tell Barbara.
Nem mondhatjuk el neki, hogy miről is van szó. Ó, te. Ending note. Na merre? Anyátok, 770 méter, azért az messze van. Egy jó, de 7. Akkor teleportálunk egyet, jó? Én ugyan nem. Set you of the 7, egy gyors healelést csinálunk, jó? Set you blessing. Köszi. Szia, Venti.
The wind amongst the branches is good. I love the way it smells. I said the exact same thing last time. Why do I only say these things when I'm down on my luck? So you noticed. This isn't something I'm meant to discuss with ordinary people. But I suppose I can let you in on the secret. As you know, visions are external magical foci that only a small minority of people possess. They use these visions to channel elemental power. In truth, every wielder of a vision is one who can attain godhood and ascend to Celestia. We call such people allogenes.
Allogenes? Paimon's never heard of them before.
That's because this is a secret that only Archons are privy to. We don't need primitive tools like visions. Instead, each Archon has an internal magical focus that resonates directly with Celestia itself, known as a gnosis.
What about that thing, you know?
It's just a glowing glass ball I carry around to avoid suspicion.
So who was that nasty woman who sent Paimon flying and stole your gnosis?
Her name is Signora, number 8 of the Harbingers. She and the rest of the Harbingers have been given godlike executive authority by the Tsaritsa of Snezhnaya, and with it, strength surpassing that of other mortals.
Nagyon erős, azt olvasol ki. Harbingers have given godlike executive authority.
The Tsaritsa of Snezhnaya? Isn't that...
Indeed. She is one of the 7. The Tsaritsa who reigns from the Zepelyarny Palace, and the one person that the Fatui Harbingers all answer to. The 7 don't always get along well, but still. I never thought that she would plot to steal another Archon's gnosis. How should I put this? 500 years ago, I knew her well. But I can't say the same is true now.
500 éve.
You see, a certain catastrophe happened 500 years ago, and after that, she cut off all ties with me. But we can save discussion of the Cryo Archon and the Fatui for another day.
Oké. Megcsináljuk.
If you seek the rest of the seven, many difficulties lie ahead of you still. You should head for Mondstadt's neighboring nation of Liyue. The Geo-Archon who reigns there, unlike me, administrates his entire region personally. He only descends once every year to give his divine predictions, which set the direction for Liyue for the rest of that year.
Even so, it sounds like he works much harder than a certain someone,
In any case, this year's rite of dissension is soon to begin. If you miss it, you'll just have to wait another year.
Újabb évet kell várni, az igen.
What? Oh, why didn't you tell us before? Well, then bye. We're going.
One moment,
Okay.
Windborn Outlander. Yep. Traveler. As you set off on your journey once again, you must remember that the journey itself has meaning.
Így
The
van,
birds of
ennek van.
Tevat, the
értelme.
songs in the cities, the Tsaritsa, her Fatui and the monsters, they are all part of your journey. The
Így van, az
destination is
utónak.
not everything. So before you reach the end, keep your eyes open. Use the chance to take in the world around you. Great. So that's that for the Animo Archon's admonishments. Back to Venti time.
Rendben, menj vissza. Érted?
If you want to chat, now's the time. A bard stays not always in a single climb.
That
Signora.
Fatui lady didn't hang around, did she? She just grabbed your gnosis and left?
She wanted to avoid any eyewitnesses from the Knights of Favonius.
Aha.
The slightest slip up here would have destroyed the Fatui's diplomatic relations with the Knights.
So they're just gonna keep acting like Mondstadt's allies as if nothing happened?
If only the Seven Nations had banded together against the Abyss Order in the first place. The Fatui possess the strongest military among the Seven Nations, yet they've used it to steal the Holy Lyre, covet the power of gods, and use Dvalin as a bargaining chip against the Knights.
Speaking of the lyre, didn't Diluc say something like this before?
Aha.
He said that the Fatui could only run amok across the Seven Nations and threaten the Knights because of the Harbingers.
Aha.
Yes. As I said earlier, the Cryo Archon has given them authority and strength beyond that of other mortals.
Aha,
But
de megpegünk
Tsaritsa.
erőt.
I haven't seen her in 500 years. What is she thinking? What's her plan?
Nem látta
Whatever
500
the
éve.
answer is, I have a feeling it's only going to make your search for the Seven all the more difficult. If you want to chat, now's the time. A bard stays not always in a single climb.
Oké, most nem
Well,
érdekel.
best be off to Liyue. If the dissension ritual you failed to tally, then another year you must dally.
Oké, menjünk Liuba. Battlefield of Dice Cats. 32-es Adventure rank. Azt a minél. Wolf Star Rarity. Atya világ. 32-es Adventure rank. És nagyon messze van még. 24-es vagyok. Verdict of Braids. Azt a minét. Ó. Nálam van úgy. Constellation. Animal. Fel tudom olni a Constellation-jét. Oké.
the way back to Mondstadt after rescuing Dvalin, we've...
Barbara's really popular, isn't she?
Well, she is the idol of the people of Mondstadt. Paimon, have you ever read Vera's Melancholy before?
Jó, mindegy, most nem fogok ezekkel a hülyeségekkel foglalkozni. Guide. Meg is van, megklimáljunk. Internetet, mit Heroes with. Nos, akkor hölgyeim és uraim, indulás Lióba. Bizony, bizony. 2800 méter, 3000 méterre van. Baromi sok. Lehető legközelebb teleportálni, azt itt lehet. És még így is csak... Még így is 2500 méterre van. Ha. De szar, nem minden, hagyjuk.